Thanks for joining me. My name is Adiola. I am a playwright. I am a novelist. I have published two books, The Waiting Room and Colors of Love. The Waiting Room is a collection of plays. My third book is about to be out in a couple of weeks, and I will be talking about that in my next video. I am also a childcare provider. I am a wife, I am a mother, and I am a Christian. And if you're watching this video, I am your sister. Why am I your sister? Because we live in the same society. We relate with the same issues every day. Some of these issues have caught my attention. Issues like culture, Christianity, the search for greener pastures, hopes and aspirations, love, family life, your life as a single, and many more. Have caught my attention. These are the things I write about, and they are the things that we both relate with in our society. Why am I making this video? I'm making this video because it is one of the series of the videos that I will be making. And in these videos, I will be featuring myself reading my published stories so that we can rub minds, so that I can bring out some of these issues I talked about earlier and we can rub minds. So, if you're still with me, I want you to stay with me because I'm about to start reading Colors of Love. This is what it looks like, the front cover, the back cover, and the binder. All right, I must confess the very first time that I received this book, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the color and the picture, and I just loved it. And I have to ask myself, did I really write this book? Yes, I did. I am the author. See my name written boldly on it. And I'm proud to say that. You might be out there trying to do something like this. You can never be too ready. If you're ready, then you're ready. Do you have a story? Then you are ready. I will be leaving links in the comment section that can help aspiring authors, that can also help you if you're aspiring to be a publisher. I will also leave links to where you can purchase my book, Colors of Love and The Waiting Room. You can purchase my books from outskirtspress.com/Adiola Oyekola. You can download an instant copy of the ebook. You can also download the Kindle. It's also in a Kindle format, and it is, of course, in the paperback formats. So you can download from my website, or you can buy from Amazon.com. You can buy from Barnes and Noble, and if you visit my website, you will see a whole lot of other online stores that you can purchase my book from. So with that being said, I just want to say this. I have received questions like, the stories you write about, are you writing about yourself? No, I'm not writing about myself. I'm writing about issues that happen in our society. Even though I write out of inspiration, I have eyes I can see, I have ears I can hear, and I'm able to relate with all of these issues. And I'm so happy that my writing is so original that you think it is a real life story. I'm so happy. So I want you to come along with me as I read this story. I am going to start reading from the prologue page. And as you can see, the prologue is written in the form of a poem. Why did I choose to write it in the form of a poem? I was just being creative. And it has also allowed me to be able to compress my ideas into that one single poem. And you are able to understand what you're about to read, about. All right, come along, let's read together. In the shadow of love lies the secret of life. My life I give to you, never to take it back. In the shadow of love lies the lost truth. Your life you give to me, just for a while. If love is true, so hate is lie, then separate them so that I can choose love. Is this love? Is this true? Let us go deep down together, writes me. Life is too short to be lived in agony. Life is too short to be lived in hatred. Show me love. Never deprive me of my innocence. Then run away. If you do, my heart goes with you, leaving me empty in a lonely world. Stay with me. Be truthful to me. Stay with me. Be gentle with me. I am yours because you asked. I am yours because you showed me love. You have led me to the sweetest side of life. You have fed me with delicious food for my heart. So where shall I go when you leave me? So what shall I eat when you abandon me? My heart thirsts for you. My heart hungers for you. My heart hungers for you. You have planted your love in my heart. It has grown with the deep roots. It has flourished like a palm tree. It has bloomed like the flower. I can smell the fragrance. How can I fill the vacuum? How can I replace you? How can I survive this? How? 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 Mm, you have heard it. I have read it. What do you think? The prologue talks about love and it also talks about hatred. Now, let's do this. Let's put love and hate side by side. They are supposed to be two parallel lines that should never meet. But is that always the case? No, because a lot of times two people fall in love and they say, oh, I love you too much, I will do this for you, I can never leave you. People go about professing their love like that. But eventually we find out that it is only one partner who put the whole of herself or the whole of himself into the relationship. The other partner only do a little bit, breezes in and then breezes out. And then when he does that, the other partner feels bad. The other partner is hurt. The other partner is down. So down, some people don't ever get out of it. But I want to tell you this. If you find yourself in a situation like that, you need to get out of it. It is not the end of the world. Nobody in this world has the right to put you in that situation. You need to get yourself out and be up again. But if you are the other partner who goes about breaking people's hearts, I want you to stop it. I want you to stop what you're doing. What do you gain from hurting other people's feelings? But there are some people who breaks people's hearts and they say they're doing it with the right intention because they have a good reason for it. What do you think? I want you to leave me comments. I want us to talk about this. Is it right to break people's hearts? Why do people break other people's hearts? What are some things that causes it? I'm not just going to leave it with the man to woman relationship. It also happens in the church. People preach Christ. They go out there saying Jesus loves you. Jesus is love. I love you with the love of, love of Christ. You are my sister. You are my brother. I love you. They say one thing and they are behaving in another way. Their character, their behavior does not rhyme with what they preach. This shouldn't be so. If you are one of the people who do this, I want you to know that you are confusing people out there. You are not just confusing people, you are also pushing people away from the church. It shouldn't be so. When you preach love, you should stay loving people. You should stop doing things that hurt other people's feelings. Better still, don't say anything if you know you cannot live up to what you say. So, I'm going to leave you with this today. I've talked a lot during the introduction section. Until next time, I'll leave you another video. If you like this video, I would like for you to subscribe so that the next time I drop another one, you will be notified. I want you to subscribe. I want you to like. I want you to share. And I want you to comment. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, I say hello, 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 hello. Thanks for joining me again today. My name is Adiola. You're welcome to the second episode of Olabooks Readers Review. If you did not watch the last episode, I have a link in the description column for you, so you can click on this link and watch the last video. In the last video, I read the prologue of the book Colors of Love, and after reading, I was able to ask a question. Why do people break other people's hearts? Also, I promised to give an update about my third book that will be coming out pretty soon. When? Well, my update is this. I will not be releasing one book, but I'll be releasing 2 books next month. 2 children books next month. And I'm sure your children will enjoy you reading the books to them. You will also enjoy reading them. And I'll have more to tell you very soon. I'll have the trailer released very soon so that you can at least have a glimpse into what you are about to see, or you're about to start buying, or you're about to start reading. All right. I would also like to encourage you, because we are all in this pandemic together and we will get out of it together. And it is my prayer that when this is over, pretty soon, we will come out stronger than we were when it all started. With that being said, I would like for you to sit tight and listen to me read Chapter 1, The Reunion of Colors of Love. If you have the book, you can take it out. We can read it together. If you do not, you will listen. And I will not take your time. I will read, and as usual, I will bring out some points from my reading. She sat on the porch looking at the leaves falling from the trees. She remembered the lesson she watched her sister teach her kindergarten class about the different colors of leaves in the fall. Red, brown, yellow, orange are falling, making a beautiful sight as the wind blew. The wind blew a red one onto her lap, and she smiled. Her face gradually turned sad. It reminded her of her love life, a sad story. She scrunched it up in a fist and let the wind blow off the crumbs through her fingers. Her mind flashed back to how it all started. In the woods, under the trees, the laughter and sweet emotions, warm kisses and sweet embrace. It dawned on her that it wasn't all a sad story. There were moments of happiness as well. She stood up and took a walk toward the small gates in her yard. She saw 2 boys riding bicycles on the street and laughing, oblivious of a moving vehicle. The car drove slowly behind them until there was enough space for it to drive off beside them. Thank God for patient drivers and intermittent humps. A woman yelled out from a house not too far away, telling them to get on the sidewalk. She was most likely their mother. They heeded the advice immediately as another car came driving by. She took a walk down Chesapeake Street. After walking for about 5 minutes, she realized the need for a jacket. It wasn't as warm as she thought. The fall weather was coming. It was just as sunny as summer yesterday. She thought aloud. As she turned around, she heard someone call her. Before she could decide if it was real or not, she heard her name again. Yenny, Yenny. She turned around and saw Ralph running toward her. Speaking of the devil. Too late to ignore him, she stood there and waited for him to join her. Hello, Yenny, Ralph said, panting. Hello, Yenny replied. You were walking towards me, and I was patiently waiting. Then you turned back. I wasn't walking toward you. I didn't see you at all. Well, I thought you did, and then you turned back, he said. Okay, She sneezed before she could get the words out. She did again and again. Bless you, he said, concerned. Thank you, she replied between sneezes. I was going back to get a jacket when you called me. Now, if you would excuse me, it's obvious I need one. She walked away from him back into her yard. Ralph watched her leave with his mouth slightly open. She decided not to go back outside, not after that encounter with Ralph. Ralph lived on the next streets to hers. She met him on one of her many walks in the neighborhood. He'd requested to join her in a walk that day. She let him, thinking that if she had company, it would help her to forget about her sad love story. She saw him as a needed distraction. He didn't see it that way, though. He wanted a girlfriend. The last thing she needed right now. He had tried to kiss her the other day, and she had slapped him right across the face. Ooh. He was shocked and furious. She had not spoken to him since then, and that was 2 weeks ago. Yenny owed him an apology. He must have thought she was interested in him because she never said no to all his invitations to walk. She lay on the couch. She sneezed some more. She would never go outside without a jacket. Not anymore. I am sorry, this is all I can read today. Next week I will continue reading chapter 1. Hopefully I will be able to finish. But I will continue reading chapter 1 by the next video. So quickly, a few things I want to bring out from what I have read. First, we are still in the lockdown season. And if you're a mom or a dad, or as a family, you are all together in a house and you have 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 children in the same house, it could be overwhelming. Take walks. Take family walks. Take your children outside, take a nature walk, take pictures of birds, count birds flying, talk about the leaves, talk about the trees, talk about the animals you see as you take your walk. 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes every day, or maybe, 2, 3, 4 days in a week as you desire. This will help to ease the tension, the frustration you're beginning to feel as being at home all the time. If you have children just picking up words, they can learn new words as you talk to them on your walks. Talk about leaves, give them new words to say, give them new sentences to say. All of this will help them because the same way you're feeling bored is the same way they sometimes feel bored. So going outside is just another way to keep yourselves together. It's also good for you because you can meditate. If you're doing a walk all by yourself, you can take that time to meditate. You can take that time to even pray. You can take that time to listen to music. And by the time you come back from your walk, you're a better person. Try it. If you have not, you will find out it works. All right, now let's talk about she slapped him right across the face. Woo! Have you ever, as a lady, slapped a man right across the face just for asking you out? Now, it may not be your fault. Some men have ridiculous ways of asking some ladies out. So, if a man had irritated you with the way he asked you out and you had to slap him, please let us know. Say something in the comment section. And if you're a man, if a lady had ever done that to you, please tell us how you feel. Leave us a comment. And, things happen. Things you don't expect happen. Should a woman, for whatever reason, have to slap a man just for being asked out? All right, as we can see, Yenny is already feeling bad about what she did. Let me know what you think. Now, if you like this video, I would like for you to please subscribe, like, and share, okay? And leave a comment. And until next time when I bring you another video, take this time to buy a copy of Colors of Love or The Waiting Room. Check out the links in the description column. Until next time, bye. Hello, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Adeola. You're welcome to the third episode of Olabooks Readers Review. Wow, the last episode got so many views. I couldn't believe it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your word of encouragement. You all are the best. Thank you so much. All right, with that being said, I'm about to go back into reading Colors of Love. But before I do so, I quickly want to say that we need to go over what we did the last time. So, quick summary. We discovered two characters the last time, Jenny and Ralph. So, both of them usually take walks. Ralph usually joins Jenny on her walks. Jenny allows Ralph because she sees Ralph as a needed distraction from her heavy heart. At least let me have someone to chat with. I will forget what I'm thinking about. But Ralph, on the other hand, sees Jenny as a potential girlfriend. So he pulls the fast one on her. He tries to kiss her, then he gives him a slap, and that was where we stopped reading. So I want to say something quickly about that. That experience is usually what happens these days. A random kiss here and there. I find myself spending the night in his house, a few moments with him, things like that. And you think you have started a relationship. Hmm. You need to define that relationship. You need to talk about it. Are you in for a one night stand? Are you in for a fling? Don't just let feelings talk. Let both of you have a conversation about what you are into. If you do not want your relationship to head for the rocks. All right, you just have to be on the same page. You know, you just have to. If not, anything can happen. All right, so let me continue reading Colors of Love. If you have your copy, bring your copy out. Let's read together. If you do not have your copy, go to outskirtspress.com/Adiola Oyekola to download an instant copy of your ebook, download your Kindle edition, or place an order for your paperback copy. You can go to Amazon.com to get a copy. You can go to Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, or any major online store. You will definitely find Colors of Love there. Better still, leave me a comment in the comment section and I'll reach out to you. All my links are in the description below. All right, let's continue reading. So I will start reading from where we stopped the last time, which is on page 4, and I'll be reading from the middle of the page. All right, she lay on the couch and sneezed some more. She would never go outside without a jacket, not anymore. On a second thought, it might not be a jacket issue, it might be allergies. She had always associated sneezes with the cold or the cold weather. Her sister made her understand that she must be allergic to something in the neighborhood, trees or plants of some kind. She had never heard about anyone being allergic to trees or flowers until her sister told her so. She thought about the different kinds of trees she'd played around as a child and about the various trees in her neighborhood back home. How come she never had allergies then? How come Polly never caused her eyes to be red and swollen in her home country? America is so different from Nigeria. Allergic reaction, my foot. I need to go back home, she exclaimed aloud. She dozed off and woke to the sound of her phone ringing. She looked at the phone to see who the caller was, but it was an unknown number. She did not answer it. When the phone stopped ringing, she switched it off and went back to sleep. She needed the sleep before her nieces came home from school, only an hour away. She must have been sleeping for another 10 minutes when the doorbell rang. This is not my day, she said as she dragged herself to the door. It was Carrie, her best friend. Carrie! She screamed as she threw herself on her. They hugged and laughed and hugged some more. How did you find me? Jenny asked. Well, don't I always find you? Of course you do, Jenny said between laughter, as her mind flashed back to their hide and seek games in middle school. Come on in, she said. Good to have you around. Oh, my pleasure, girlfriend, said Carrie. What do I offer you? Asked Jenny. Oh, my Jenny Sampson, always courteous. When will you change? Said Carrie. Very good to hear you say my full name. Haven't heard it like that in a long time. So you stop the flattery, Carrie. I should say the same thing about you. Oh, come on, Fee, that's not flattery. It's the truth, Carrie said, rolling her eyes. That's another thing you should stop doing, rolling those big eyes of yours. They both laughed. All right, girlfriend, Jenny said. Orange juice and Ritz crackers, okay? Perfect, she said. As Yeti walked away, our friend stared at her without blinking, and she said to herself, she has seen better days. Her heart sorrowed for her friend. Yeni was a gorgeous girl. Way back in Africa, where her friendship began, she was the center of attraction for men. It didn't matter what hairstyle or clothing style she had on, men would ask her out a couple of times before they noticed her friends. She was a 5 feet 6 inches with an average weight of 138 pounds, which was about 62.5 kg. She was a tall, slim girl and light skinned. She had long eyelashes, long nose, black eyes, and her lips were just the right size for her face. Not too big, not too small. Now, Carrie thought, she surely must be only 100 pounds, if not less. She had lost so much weight the laughter could not hide the sorrow in her eyes. Oh, how Carrie's heart yearned for her. She had buried her sorrow in her heart for a long time. Hopefully, she would talk about it. Yenny invited Carrie into her room where she had set out the refreshments. We can stay here all day without disturbance. I hope you planned on sleeping over. Of course, I will. We have a lot to talk about. The two friends were in an intense discussion when there was a knock on the door. So I'm going to stop reading here today. And quickly, I want to bring out two things. The first thing is this: when you leave, when you change your environment, or you are living in diaspora, there are certain things in that environment that are challenging for you. There are things that you have not been used to before. So this was what the experience Yenny had about sneezing, about the allergic reaction she was having to her environment. So what are some things? You know, if you are living in diaspora or you just change the environment, what environments? What are some things that are challenging for you? Another thing I want to talk about is the benefit of talking to your childhood friend or your best friend, your very good friend. You know, sometimes it could be lonely if you have not talked to someone for a long time. Maybe not talk to someone. I mean, it's not like there are not people around you, but there are people you will really want to have a hearty discussion with or chats with. You know, give somebody a call. You don't have to share your secrets if you don't want to. You know, talk about nothing, talk about things that will make you laugh, that will make you feel so good about yourself. It is really healthy. And you know what I mean? We have girl chats. You know, you can talk makeup, you can talk hair, you can talk fashion, just a little distraction from whatever you think is, making you feel bad. Talk to someone. And let me hear what you think. Leave me a comment, say something, and if you like this video and you want more of it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, and share. The Lord bless you as you do so. Until next time, this is all I have for you today. Have a wonderful time with your family. Bye. Hi, here I am again today, bringing to you Olabooks Readers Review. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Adiola, and you all are welcome to the fourth episode of Olabooks Readers Review. Wow, fourth episode. All right, so what do I do here? What I do is I read stories written by Adiola Oyèkọ́lá. And we have started the reading of Colors of Love. We have read the prologue and we are reading chapter 1. And I hopefully think I will be able to finish reading chapter 1 today. All right. In the last episode, Carrie comes visiting Yenny. All right, so we're going to continue reading from there. If you have your book, bring it out. Let's read together. If you are yet to get a copy and you would like to get a copy, you can go to outskirtspress.com/Adiola Oyèkọ́lá, where you can download your instant copy of the ebook or the Kindle edition, or you can also order your paperback. Better still, you can order from Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, Goodreads, Books A Million, or any major online store. You will definitely get a copy from there. And you can leave me a comment in the comment section and I'll reach out to you on how you will receive a copy. Also, if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read for free. Okay, so all my links are down below, the links to where you can get my books, and the links also to the previous episodes of ORR. The Lord bless you as you do so. All right, so let's continue to read from page 6, and I will start from the last line. All right. The two friends were in an intense discussion when there was a knock on the door. "Yenny, I'm back," said Tumi. "Welcome, sis. You may come in. The door is not locked," answered Yenny. The door opened to reveal an elegant lady whom Carrie instantly knew was Yenny's sister. The resemblance was striking. They could have been identical twins, but for the difference in weight. Obviously, Yenny was slimmer than her older sister. "You have a visitor?" Tumi asked, surprised. "Yes, my best friend Carrie, all the way from Houston, Texas," Carrie finished for her. "Texas?" Yenny questioned. "Yes, I've been around for quite some time. Actually, about a year." We'll talk about that later." Yenny turns to her sister. "Like I was saying, meet my best friend Carrie from Houston, Texas. We've been friends since our childhood. We attended the same schools and shared a lot of experiences. Carrie, meet the sweetest sister in the world to me." "Nice to finally meet you, Auntie," said Carrie. "Same here," replied Tumi. Yenny looked at both in wonder. "Let me enlighten you, Yenny," Carrie said. "I got Auntie Tumi's phone number from your mom in Nigeria, but couldn't contact her until a few weeks ago when I found the piece of paper I wrote it on hidden in one of my purses. We both promised to keep the visit a secret from you until I arrive," she finished with a wink to Tumi. "You both got me. I could never have thought." "I'll leave you girls to catch up on lost time," Tumi said. "The house is all yours. The kids are off for the night. They have a sleepover with their friends." "Fantastic," said Yenny. They all laughed as Tumi closed the door behind her. "The kids are terrible," Yenny informed Carrie after her sister left. "They'll be everywhere in minutes. You wouldn't believe they are all girls when you see the burst of energy." "Well, I still want to meet them," said Carrie. "You will, and they'll be back tomorrow. You said you'd been around for about a year in Texas?" "Yes," Carrie said. "I came with my fiancé." "Tell me something," Yenny said excitedly. "So," Carrie began, "we met at a friend's party in Nigeria and we just clicked. He was on vacation from the US and I was getting ready to come back into the US. He stayed a little longer for me to get my traveling papers together. And here we are," she finished, smiling. "I am so happy for you, Carrie," Yenny said, looking at her lovingly. "I'd like to meet the man who could put such a sparkle in my friend's eyes." "You'll meet very soon because you'll be visiting," Carrie said with a big emphasis. "Sure, I will," Yenny said excitedly. "I wish I had known you were close by. I would have been visiting." "Now," Carrie said, "it's your turn to talk. I want to know everything. I mean everything." Yenny sighed, started to talk, then stopped. Her countenance changed. Her eyes welled up with tears, and she tried to talk again. Then she burst into tears. Her friend held her in her arms and let her cry on her shoulder for a long time. Then she gave her a napkin to wipe her face and blow her nose. She offered some water from the tray of refreshments set on the small table beside the bed. She refused the water but took the napkin and shed a few more tears. "I don't know where to start," she said after wiping her face. You can start from anywhere. Flashbacks are acceptable. So she began to tell her tale. I was in the lecture room that fateful day at exactly 8 a.m. when the lecture was supposed to start. He was the only one in the class waiting for the lecture. I was surprised at the empty classroom, so I asked him, "Where is everybody?" "I have no idea," was his response. "I pulled out my phone and gave you a call, and you told me the lecture was called off. You thought I received the message. Out of the whole class, only two of us didn't receive the cancellation notice," he said with irritation. That was when I took a closer look at him. I had never met him before. It was our third year, and I was surprised that I wouldn't have known a classmate of mine for 3 years. He introduced himself and he told me that he was carrying over the course as a minor course. That explained his strange face. I was mad at myself for waking up early to get to class. I could have slept for another hour or two. I mentioned this as we both exited the class, and his response was, "There is a reason for everything." That was the beginning of my misery. We walked together for a long time, talking like old friends. We stopped by a restaurant and had breakfast together, and I found myself getting attracted to him. All right, I just finished reading chapter 1 of Colors of Love. What do you think? Please leave me a comment. In this episode, Yenny receives a surprise from Carrie, and the surprise was planned by Carrie and Tumi, Yenny's sister. So, do you have someone around you want to give a surprise birthday party, or a surprise um, phone call, or a surprise gift, or a surprise visit? It's always good, to lighten up our days by just making each other smile or laugh or make another person feel special. So if you have someone like that today, make someone special. And I would like to receive comments about Colors of Love Chapter 1. I want you to tell me who has some characters we've been introduced to. At least name 4 characters that we have been introduced to in Chapter 1, and tell me 2 things about Yenny. And if you get the questions right, you either get um, a copy of Colors of Love or the dollar equivalent. That will be your gift. All right, let me know what you think. And if you like this video and you would like to see more of it, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. The Lord bless you as you do so. And I will see you in my next video. You have a fantastic time. Bye. Hello there. Thanks for joining me again today. My name is Adeola. You're welcome to the 5th episode of Olabooks Readers Review. A big congratulations to the winner of the gifts in the last video I made. I am so happy that a lot of people watched my video from the beginning all the way to the end, because that was the only way she was able to answer the questions, because she waited till the end and she heard that I asked the questions and that there was a gift if she got the questions right. So she was able to type the answer into the comment section and she got the gift. Congratulations one more time, and thank you so much for watching. So I want to give a big shout out to my mom, who celebrated her birthday on August 25th. And to that effect, I have released a new title on August 25th. Be on the lookout for details. Also, another big shout out to my darling husband, whose birthday is on August 28th. And to that effect, I have released another title on August 28th, which is today. But due to technical issues, I will not be able to share more information about these 2 books, what they are about, and the links to where you can get them. But pretty soon, hopefully in a couple of days, I'll be able to give you more information about these books. Thank you for being on the lookout. So with that being said, let's go back into reading, because this is why I am here. I'm still reading Colors of Love, and I finished reading chapter 1 in my last video. If you are yet to watch these videos, please check out the links I posted down below. You'll be able to listen to the previous videos so you will know where we're coming from. And also, if you have not purchased a copy of Colors of Love, the links are down below to where you can get them. You can try out Amazon. You can check out outskirtspress.com/Adiola Oyukola. That's your first stop to buy a copy. Or you can check other online bookstores like Amazon.com, Barnes& Noble, Books A Million. And if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read for free. All right, so pick up a copy. And if you have one already, let's start to read together. Chapter 2, I'm on page 12. Alan was a handsome young man. I don't have to describe him to you in great detail. Tall, light-skinned, well-shaped beard, curly hair, you name it. Everything attracted me to him. I had never been that close to a handsome man. They usually scared me until I met Alan. If I had only listened to you, if I had listened to my instincts, but I didn't. I was ready to enjoy the romance I believed was about to begin. We were friends for a while and then we started dating. The day you met him, you told me it didn't seem like it would last. I disagreed with you. 12 months into our relationship, you gave up your doubts and accepted him as my boyfriend. He succeeded in fooling both of us. Then one day I was in his room when his phone rang. He didn't answer it. Then it rang again and I gave him the "what's going on" look. So he answered it. To the caller, he said he was in class and he would call back later. I was shocked. Alan, you're not in class. I need an explanation. He said that was his cousin from his father's side and he didn't want her to take away from our precious time together. I believed him. I was madly in love with him. We finished school and we were all posted to different places for our National Youth Service Corps. I was at Enugu State. He was in Zamfara State. I was impressed when he redeployed to Enugu to be with me. Everyone believed in our blossoming love. Even my parents had to accept him. We went on a surprise outing one day only to find out he was taking me to see his mom, who just got back from America. I should have known he redeployed not for my sake, but because of her, since her residence was in Enugu State capital, where I served. His mom was surprised to see me. I sensed a kind of coldness, but Alan said it was because she was meeting me for the first time. He received that call again. This time, at the end of the call, he said, "Me too." That seemed suspicious to me. I asked him who the caller was. He said that was his cousin again. He received the call again another day. This time, he said he was with a friend. "You can't tell her you're with your girlfriend?" I asked, getting a little jealous. He said no, because she would go ahead and tell her dad, and he would think my boyfriend was having a relationship that would keep him in Nigeria, and he would never go back to America, where he was needed to take over leadership of his parents' company. Then I asked him about what would become of our relationship after he left. He looked straight into my eyes, dipped his hand into his pocket, brought out a case, and opened it. There was a ring in it. He knelt on one knee and asked me to marry him. That was a great moment for me. Tears welled up in my eyes and rolled down my face, just like right now. I asked him a question in response. I looked straight into his eyes and said, "You just said you were about to leave me for the States. How will it work if I marry you?" He said some sweet words to me. I accepted his proposal. He promised to marry me before he traveled back to the States. Then he would process my visa and I could join him. The plan was so exciting to me until I found out that I was pregnant. All the time she was narrating her story, Jenny was standing by the window looking at the leaves falling from the trees. She turned around to face Carrie and she said, "You wonder why a Christian should be pregnant outside marriage?" Carrie answered, "Yes." Hmm, Jenny continued. "I was a Christian, still a Christian. I was the Fellowship of Christian Students, FCS, women's leader during my service year. Although I didn't plan on getting pregnant, I had sex with my boyfriend all the time. I did it because I wanted to, but I loved God. I still do. I guess I never let go when I fall in love," she said with a little laugh. "But Carrie Cotton, how easy was it for you to be a Christian, walking with God, and still sleeping with your boyfriend without a guilty conscience?" "I had a guilty conscience, but I couldn't resist him. And I didn't feel like it affected my relationship with God. One thing I learned from it, though, is that when he broke up with me, if I had not been that close to him, I would not have hurt as much as I did. That would also have meant that I didn't give the whole of my love. I gave him more than he deserved. Some people do it, and I guess they end up marrying the same man because they were meant to be together. But in my case, I messed up my life. I am not over it yet." So I will stop reading right here on page 15 and will continue in my next video. Yenia started telling her story. This will lead me back to the very first video that I made when I was reading the prologue, and I said something about in relationships, sometimes a party puts in the whole of his or her love and the other puts in only a little bit, and that makes it so easy for that party who puts in the little bit to breeze out without getting hurt. Why the one who puts in the whole of himself or herself gets hurt? So, what are we talking about here? When you are in a relationship, I don't care if you're a Christian or you're not a Christian, if you're in a relationship and you're beginning to have questions, you need to ask your questions. And when you ask questions, if the answers you're getting do not seem real, if the answers do not sound like they're answering your questions, I think you need to begin to retrace your steps. One after the other, you take your steps backward, out of that relationship before you get hurt. So this is all I have for you today. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. I'm waiting for your comments. If you agreed with what I said, please leave me a comment. If you do not agree, still leave me a comment. I will like more comments on the YouTube channel more than other social media pages where I post the links. Thank you so much for being there, for watching this video, and until next time, bye. Hello there. Thank you so much for joining me again today. My name is Adiola. You're welcome to the 6th episode of Olabooks Readers Review. And what do I do here? I am still reading Colors of Love, and we will continue reading from page 15 today. I've started reading from the prologue all the way to page 15, which is the 2nd chapter, and all the links to the previous videos are down below. Please check it out after watching this video. And for all of you who have good comments about this story, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. All right, so bring out your copies and let's continue to read. And if you are yet to get a copy, you know where to go to. Go to outscapeexpress.com/Adiola to get your instant download or to purchase a paperback copy. Better still, you can go to any major online store to get a copy. All the links are down below. All right, I'm on page 15 and I'm starting from the first paragraph. Introducing sex into a relationship is an extraordinary emotional commitment that is not easy for a female gender to get over quickly. If it results in pregnancy, it is worse. Pregnancy affects every aspect of the girl's life, and only a little bit or none of the boys. She gets to carry the baby, go through all the pains from the beginning till the baby is born. Especially if the baby's arrival is sudden, the birth is bound to interrupt much in the mother's life. So when God says something is wrong, it is not for his sake, it is for ours. I know that's right, Carrie said. It's my mom saying that God has nothing to lose. You bear the consequence of your actions. If you acknowledge his presence, the Holy Spirit will encourage you. Yenny sighed. I was not thinking straight then. I was head over heels in love with Alan. What happened after you found out you became pregnant? Carrie asked. I told him I was pregnant, Yenna replied. He said he was not ready for a baby. I said I wasn't either. It just happened. He didn't believe me. He said I got pregnant so that he would marry me. He called me different names: a gold digger, blackmailer, ungrateful, possessive. You name it. He called me names I never knew existed. So what did you do? Carrie asked, amazed. I was staring at him like I had seen a ghost. She replied, we never fought. When arguments were getting heated up, he always slowed down and let me win the argument. It was always easy for him to apologize each time he thought he had offended me. That was why I was dazed as he ranted on and on until he said, you think you can ruin this for me, right? I bet you can't. And then he stomped out of my room. After he left, I broke down and cried like a baby. I didn't see him for the next 2 months. He didn't call, neither did I. I was not a gold digger. I was ready to face the consequence of what I did to myself. I was ready to be a single mother. Then he showed up with his mom on my last day in Enugu. I was still packing when they arrived. I was surprised to see them, but I offered them seats. They were silent for a long time. I guess the silence was becoming unbearable for them, as it was for me, because I had to break the silence by asking them to what I owed the visit. His mom spoke for him. He had a wife. I guess the girl he told me was his cousin. He only came to school in Nigeria because he wanted to meet his mother's side of the family and to learn the culture in Nigeria. He was more American than Nigerian. He had to return to the United States to manage the family business. Another reason why he studied administrative accounting. When she finished telling her story, I couldn't say a word. All I did was cry. I cried for wasted time, for believing lies, for allowing myself to fall a victim. The only question I asked them was about my pregnancy. I wanted to know what they would do about it. He had no answer. His mom wanted me to abort it. She also offered to give me enough money to start a new life, but I refused both offers. The meeting ended with another disturbing silence. I didn't sleep a wink that night. I traveled back to Lagos State with a heavy heart. That was another story entirely. What would I tell my family, especially my mom? The moment I stepped into the house, my mom knew something was wrong. I couldn't deny it. I spilled it all out, and she felt for me. She tried to talk me out of my sad mood to no avail. I carried the pregnancy for 7 months and still had a premature stillbirth. What? Carrie said. It was devastating. Yenny continued. My life has never been the same since. I had much pain during labor. Each time I remember the agony I went through, I shudder with pain and fright, all mixed. I thought I was going insane. The more people sympathized with me, the more aggrieved I became. My life has been in a standstill ever since. Carrie stood up to give her friend a hug. They hugged and cried together. She felt her friend's pain by They calmed down about the same time and lay side by side on the bed. After a while, Carrie asked, "What happened after that?" "My big sister Tumi sent me an invitation to come to America. She thought a change of environment might be of help to me." "Has it been helpful?" "Yes and no. Yes, when I go shopping or sightseeing. I know when I am left to my thoughts. I know when I am left to babysit the kids. I remember my stillbirth baby who I loved so much, to whom I diverted the love I'd had for her father." I'm going to have to stop reading here today because um, it's been very emotional. You know, Jenny went through a lot. And if you are a woman or a lady or a girl out there, you can empathize with her because first, she had a heartbreak. Second, she got pregnant. She wasn't expecting the pregnancy. And thirdly, she carried the baby and had a stillbirth. Now, look at this. She did not have an abortion, it was suggested to her. She decided to carry the baby, but she lost the baby, you know, and she still had to go through the childbirth. Now, if you have a child, you can know what that means. When you're pushing a baby out, you know the pains you go through. Now, for a mother to go through that pain and still lose that child, hmm, she was really devastated. So I'm going to stop right here today. And if you have anybody around you who have gone through an experience like that, I would like for you to, move closer to the person, offer one or two words of prayer or comfort so that the person might feel so much better. And until next time when I drop another video, I am still Adiola and I say you all stay safe. Bye. Hello there. Thank you so much for joining me again today. My name is Adiola. You're welcome to the 7th episode of Olabooks Readers Review. This is a program where I read my book titled Colors of Love. You will agree with me if you have been with me since the beginning of the reading that this is an awesome book. I have received comments. Oh my God, I felt so happy when I hear those comments that this is a really interesting book. All right, today I will continue reading from page 18 where I stopped the last time. But before I go into reading, I want to quickly introduce you to a new website, olabooks.internationalselfpub.com. This is where you will be able to purchase all of my books. As of today, I have 4 books to my name. I have The Waiting Room, a collection of Christian plays. I have Colors of Love, which is a Christian romance. And I have 2 children books. I Am Mama's Favorite and My Play Space. So, log on to the website today and you pick yourself a copy. Also, you can check out the website if you are in search of a publisher who will help you polish your new book. We will publish your book for you and it will be available on all major online stores. It will also be available in bookshops and, popular sites like Amazon.com, like Barnes& and Noble, like Books A Million, like Kobo, and many more online stores. Your books will be available there. All right, if you're ready, I am ready, and let us read Colors of Love. So I will continue reading from page 18. All right. "Did he call you to find out about you or the baby?" Carrie asked. "No, he didn't," she said with grief. "I wished he did. I would have excused his behavior to me. But he didn't. He didn't love his child or me enough to act after us. He has no faults. I am the fool. If I had listened to my pastor's sermon or the church warnings about going through courtship without giving in to sex, my emotions would not have been so hurt. I feel like my life is damaged and irreparable. I condemn myself so much I feel like dirt. I have a question for you, Yenny. Do you still love him?" Did you just say love? Yenny replied, I feel so much hatred for him that I wish I could kill him for what he did to me. You need to free your mind. You need to let go of anger, hatred, and bitterness. Find a place in your heart to forgive yourself. I know you blame yourself so much, but you shouldn't. Listen, people fall in love like you do, get pregnant along the way, get married to the man they love, and they are Christians. Some, like you, get pregnant and become single parents. Life continues for them. Others are like you. They have lost both man and baby or pregnancy, and they move on with their lives. Some are Christians like you. They have sex during their relationships. They either get married to the same man or not. Guess what? They move on with their lives. Nothing, I mean absolutely nothing, my friend, is worth dying for. You are walking around like a dead body. You are the shadow of yourself. All because someone out there who did not deserve your love maltreated you. Listen, life mistreats people. People fight back, and life gives them its goodness without a choice. I have had my share of life's wickedness, but guess what? I move on. We'll talk about me some other day, not today. Carrie, I'm tired of my life. However, how do I go about creating a new life? I am not the same. I mean, I don't know how. You have to start with prayer, Carrie said. Find a quiet time with God. Remember, you are not complaining to Him. You are unburdening your heart to Him. Ask for forgiveness and the grace to move on with your life. You are stronger and wiser. Believe me, you are doing things differently, and with God on your side, you are standing tall again. America is a land of opportunities. You need to know what you want, and the results can be yours if you pursue it wholeheartedly. Yenny got up and gave her friend a big hug. She thanked her and promised to heed her advice. She had never felt such relief in a long time. The two friends had a good time together for the 3 days Carrie stayed there. Yenny promised to return the visit in a couple of weeks. So, I just finished reading chapter 1. Now let me think about it. Do you want me to start reading chapter 2 today? I'm sorry, I just finished reading chapter 2. Would you like for me to continue reading? All right, I will. I will proceed to chapter 3. This is chapter 3. Like I always say, each chapter of this book begins with a picture, and I want to give a big shout out to Amin Designs for creating all these beautiful pictures in my books. These pictures are awesome. Thank you so much, and continue to do the great job you do. All right, so I will start reading chapter 3, Revelations. That is the title of chapter 3, Revelations. All right. Carrie woke up with a start. The air conditioner was on, but she was sweating profusely. It was that dream again. What could it mean? In her dream, it was her wedding day, and there were many people waiting for the bride and groom to show up. She was ready for her day, a beautifully done hairstyle, and her face was perfect with makeup. She looked like the bride that she was in her long flowing white gown. Then she found herself asking, where is the groom? Could it mean something terrible was going to happen to her fiancé on her wedding day? Was it a scam? A dream scam? From who? Who knows? There are lots of scams out there these days. It might be the spirit world has some too. Come on, Carrie, she said to herself. You take things too lightly. This could be a severe preview. She knelt and said a simple prayer. Lord, I thank you for this dream. It's been frequently coming. I don't know what to do about it. Please show me and lead me. For me, marriage is not a do or die affair. I sincerely love Tosin, and I believe he is my life partner. If there is something shady about him, reveal it to me before we begin wedding preparations. I want the best married life for myself. If it will not be successful, let me not get involved in it. However, if it will be helpful, I cancel every device of the enemy against it. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So I just read the first page of chapter 1 and I am smiling because of the dream scam. Has anybody ever been scammed by a dream? Well, let me know what you think. So I will stop here today and I believe you have enjoyed this side of the story. I just wanted to take special, attention to the advice that Carrie gave to Yenny. It is not always easy. People who have been in relationships that break up the way Yenny's relationship broke up usually go through terrible times. And like I said in the last video, if you have any one of them close to you, or even if you are one of them, please, 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 you know, you need some prayers, you need counseling, you need to free your mind, just like Carrie said. You need to rethink, you need to know that you should not allow that situation to pull you down permanently. You need to get out of it. All right, we are reading about Carrie. This is chapter 3. I know you want to know about Carrie, you want to know about her dreams, you want to know what happened to Carrie. So stay with me on this show. And until next time, when I bring you the next episode, when we continue reading from page 23, I say have a lovely, lovely, lovely time. See you. Bye. Hello there. Thank you so much for joining me again today. My name is Adeola. You're welcome to the show, Olabooks Readers Review. This is another episode 8. Wow. When I started, I didn't know I would take it this far. I'm like, let me just do one video. Let me see what it's going to look like. Here I am doing the 8th episode, and I know I will keep going because each episode gets better and each episode gets more comments. Thank you very much for your review. It has really, 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 really helped and encouraged me. Thank you. Good job to you all. All right, so today I'm going to continue reading from where I stopped the last time, but I will tell you, as always, where you can purchase all of my books. Olabooks International Self-Pub.com and many more online bookstores that I have shared the links below. So after watching this video, please go down below to check out all of those links and pick any convenient sites for you to purchase from. Most of these sites will ship it to you for free. Also, there are links to previous episodes of ORR. There are 7 links to the previous episodes down below, so check them out so that you will know where we're coming from. With that being said, let's go back into reading. I'm always excited to read. I love stories, and I'm happy that God gave me that gift to write stories. So I'm doing what I like doing. You can pick up your passion too. What are some things you like doing? Pick them up. Pursue your passion. You'll be surprised where it will lead you. All right, let's read Colors of Love, chapter 3. I'm starting from page 23. She started getting ready for work. She went into the bathroom. As she showered, she sang William Murphy's worship song she loved so much. Praise is what I do when I want to be close to you. Check out that song. I love it. She was so caught up in her worship that she lost track of time. She was running late. Her saving grace was that she had picked out her outfit the night before. She had chosen a black pantsuit with a red camisole, a gift from Tosin. She matched it with black high-heeled shoes and a black bag. She wore red lipstick with red eyeshadow. Taking a quick look at herself in the mirror, she said, "Too hot for the devil. I am the wrong person to mess with." She grabbed the car keys and rushed out of her apartment. She was a secretary at a law firm. The Marcos family case was going to court that morning, and she could not afford to be late. She said a brief prayer about the heavy traffic, scoffing a little afterwards, thinking that was a waste of time. However, it was not. God favored her, An accident occurred right after the green light had allowed her to drive into the main streets. It was a hectic day for her at work. When she checked her phone at work, she had missed 6 calls. 2 of them were from her father. She hoped there was no problem. 2 were from Tosin. She left a heartwarming message for her. She smiled. One was from Yenny, and the last one was unknown. There were 3 calls to return. She decided to call Tosin first, then her dad. He just wanted to hear her voice. His words took some work tension off her. She promised to call him back on her way home. Then she called her dad. He wanted to know if she liked her new job and new apartment. She said she did, and that was it. Then she called her friend back. She was happy to hear that she was terrific and that she had found her interest in hairdressing. Her sister's friend, Ihoma, who owned a hair salon, was allowing her to come in to help. She was in a sort of apprenticeship and she got a few dollars every week. Another exciting thing happening to Yenny was that she had joined a Bible believing church. Her mind was busy. She was moving on with her life. Carrie was happy for her. She needed to give her mom a call. It's been about 3 days since their last discussion. She would call her when she got off. As she rose from lunch, she received a text message from Tosi. Dinner tonight? Sure. What time? 7? Where? Dino Steak. I'll pick you up. 7:30. See you then. Lover boy, she said under her breath, smiling. It was 3:30 p.m. She was winding things up for the day and was thinking about her date tonight. She got up at 4. She had 30 minutes to drive home, maybe 45 with traffic. She would barely get some rest before the date. Selecting the right outfit might take her some time. Tosin was very romantic and he liked sexy outfits. At 3:45, a package was delivered to her. It had her name boldly written on it. Who could it be from? She waited until she got into her car before she opened it. It was a lovely red dress sent by Tosin. He was too romantic. She called him, told him she loved the dress, but loved him more. See you tonight. Carrie woke up with a headache. It was unseasonably warm. The nights before, she had the air conditioner on again. She must be coming down with something. Hopefully not the flu. As she rolled over in her bed, her mind went back to the nights before, during the dinner. Did she see a shadow under Tosin's eyes when she said they should fast and pray? Surely he wasn't hiding anything from her. The food was good, and the wine tasted even better. Carrie was enjoying the evening, giggling from ear to ear at Tosin's frequent jokes. She was feeling very relaxed in his company, as usual. Then he became quiet and was staring at her lovingly. She felt naked as he seemed to undress her with his stare. What? She asked. I want to marry you, he whispered. I want you waking up in my bed every day. I want to see you carrying my babies and making my home a comfortable place for me. Carrie, I want our wedding preparations to commence immediately. Silence. Carrie felt her heart beating so loudly she thought she could hear it. Carrie, say something. The dream, she stammered. What dream? The dream I told you about the last time. I had it again last night. She blurted it out, sitting back with a sigh and folding his arms. Tosin said, What about it? I think we should pray, she said. About what? I already told you that I am not about to die, and I I'm not running away on our wedding day. I love you too much to do that to you. You are getting unnecessarily anxious. Okay, how about we go to church for premarital counseling? She suggested. I don't get it, Carrie. The dream is about me and I'm not worried. Why are you? Because I love you and you will soon be a part of my life. It's not like I'm worried. I just think I'm having this dream so that we can do something about it. I am not going to counseling with you. But why not? Your father is part of the team. What do you think he would say? He'll probably discourage you from marrying me. Okay, Tosin, will you do me a favor? Let's have a 2-day fasting and prayer and ask God to reveal the plan of the enemy concerning our wedding. After the prayer period, we can go ahead and let our parents know that we want to begin wedding plans. Is that too much to ask? No, it's not, he said, sadly. All right, I'm going to stop reading here. I will continue from page 27 the next time. So I just wanted to say something about that conversation right there. I think these are the kind of conversations that two people planning to get married should, have. It usually helps. A conversation about what the wedding day will look like, a conversation about what the future afterwards will look like, and especially if you are having visions, like Carol is having visions, you want to talk about that. You don't just want to pray alone about that. You should pray, but you also want to talk about it. And you should not be the only one praying. Women do that a lot. You pray. Very good. But you should not be the only one praying. Your partner should be praying too. All right. Thank you so much for your time today. And if you like this video, I would like for you to subscribe, because if you like this video, I would like for you to subscribe, like, share, and comment. The Lord bless you as you do so. In Jesus' name, amen. So I'm going to stop reading from here. If you like this video and you would like more of it, I would like for you to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you so much for all you do. Until next time, bye and stay blessed.